everybody, welcome to the Chatty Bookworm. I know this is late, but I'm going to do my mid-month wrap-up. I read 11 books. One of these books I read twice, but the second time was after the 15th. So, yeah. I can't remember how many were 3 stars. I think maybe 3 of them were 3 stars. There was either 2 or 3 stars. I'm trying to think if there was some 4 stars. I'll look down here and tell you guys. 1, 2, I think there was 3. Yeah, 3. There was 3 stars. Let me see. I think a couple of 4 stars. Let's see. 1, 2. Looks like 2 4 stars. Let's see. 1. Let's see. I'm sorry, I got distracted. Trying to make sure that, yeah, 1, 2, 3 5 stars. So that's what so far? 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and at 3 6 stars, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, you guys down below. But, okay. The first one, and some of them were ebooks, like 4 or 5 were ebooks. So, first I read an ebook called Little Slice of Heaven by Cleo Evans. I think that's how you say it. It's this, I don't know if you can see it, but it's this one down here. And it was like a monster one. A monster romance. Between this, he's an incubus, how do you say that word? And then, of course, a human. And there's this place where the demons can go, and this guy will, I don't know if he's a demon. I can't remember if the guy's a demon as well. I'm almost positive it is. But he will match you with who he thinks the human should be, or which human the monster should fit good with. Yeah, it was just them, him getting his human, and of course his human has some issues, about love. I could not remember their names. I'll tell you in a minute. Dante and Peter. But yeah, it was 3 stars, more like a 3.5, but it wasn't like where I would want to round it up to a 4. Like I said, it was just him Dante trying to get, I did say Dante, right? Yeah, Dante trying to get Peter to not be so, about the L word. And Peter trying to get over his insecurities and stuff like that. It was really short too, so yeah. But it was interesting. It was definitely interesting, if I do say so. And I did say so. Oop, I hit the wrong button. Sorry, you guys. You guys know me. I can never do these videos right. I'm always messing up about something. Okay, and then we got a physical book, which is, so this is Ever After by F.T. Lukens. This one is, he is a prophecy, whatever you want to say it. But he doesn't want to be, and he finds out that, I don't think it's a spoiler. Let me double check I'm not spoiling anything. Oh, yeah. If he doesn't find his true mate by his 18th birthday, then he will disintegrate, die. But he will slowly disintegrate, whatever you're gonna say. And it's him trying to find his true love, hoping that it's his best friend, because he really is into his best friend. And I like this. I gave it 5 stars. I would have given it 6 stars, but I just there was a little bit of misunderstanding in here, you know, like miscommunication, whatever you want to say. And yeah, but it didn't deter me enough that I would give it a 4. But it kind of deterred me that I wouldn't give it a 6. But I just wish, you know, I just hate that trope when they can just talk to each other and get everything cleared up. But then again, you wouldn't have the book. So, yeah. It was really good. Like I said, he's the prophecy, whatever you want to say. Yeah. It was fun. It made me laugh. You know, everything. So, it was good. Then I read, I don't even remember what this one was about, Forever Asher by Rice Everly. I gave that one 3 stars. Let me remember what that's about. Oh yeah, he's a SIL. He retired. I think he has to protect somebody. I guess, yeah, these two guys are best friends. The one's in love with his best friend, of course, and he thinks his best friend's straight, and the best friend thinks he's straight himself, and, you know, it's just them finding out that they really are actually into each other. It was cute. I mean, there was not much to it. I don't know what really else to say. It wasn't awful, but it was just an average read. So I gave it, like I said, 3 stars. But it's this one here. Then I read Onley James, Disciplinary Action. You guys know I'm going to say it. 6 stars, 6 stars, 6 freaking stars. I just love Onley James. In this book, it's a standalone. I forget their names. I'm so bad at remembering names. You guys know this. Leopold? How you say it? And Callum? And Callum, excuse me, his dad's in prison for, what is it? For federal crimes. Yeah, for federal crimes, his dad was, put in jail. And he's really sick, and he's like, he was staying with this one couple, but then his friend and the mom, but then something happens, and he winds up going on the streets. But before that part happens, he meets, his friend tells him about Leopold, who will give you all this money just to be with him for one night, but then he will never see you again. So, yeah. But Callum needs the money because he has where you need, I forget what it is, but he needs insulin or something like that, I think it is, if I'm not mistaken. And like I said, he don't have the money for it. So he decides, he finds out that that Leopold is his teacher for something. And he's like, I'm going to, if you don't if you don't give me, let me sleep with you for this amount of time and give me, the money for that time, then, I'm going to tell. So basically, he's blackmailing them. But Leopold, he's a good guy. And he has to do a lot of things to help Callum, because Callum being sick. And there's assholes at this school that don't want him there because of what his dad's done, so he's being punished. There's a lot of different conflicts in here, but it's also very, very steamy. Oh my gosh, these two, they are so together. Onley James can really write some good ass sex scenes, and she can definitely give chemistry. Oh my gosh, and she can make you laugh, but also cry, and I just love her so much. You're going to see that I read plenty of books by her this month. But what's new? What's new? That's new. But yeah, definitely 6 stars. I just love this. I didn't think I was going to like it as much as I did, but French kisses. French kisses. Then I read, oh, I put it in the wrong order. I read A Forgery of Roses by Jessica S. Olson. Excuse me. I gave this one 4 stars. I'm trying to remember because this was one of the first books I read. It was about, I know it has to do with her magic. Oh, I know. She's the one that can do portrait magic or whatever. And she can change like body images and stuff like that. And the governor's wife finds out about it and threatens her to blackmail her and says, if you don't, cure my son, bring my son back from the dead, then I'm going to tell, because this kind of magic that she has, you're supposed to be turned in and be killed. And yeah, there's also like, so she agrees, of course. And then she gets there and she finds out that she's going to need the guy. I forget the guy's name. I can't remember his name, but I'm not seeing it in here. But the governor's other son. She needs his help. Sorry. And yeah. And then she finds out that the brother probably didn't die of natural causes, that he was probably, or didn't die from falling. Like like it wasn't an accident to fall, that that he was pushed. And yeah, so she needs help because she's supposed to have this guy re-erected. How's that word? Before so many days. Because then they'd have to like get the body, make sure somebody gets the body or something like that. I can't remember exactly. But of course, her love interest is the guy that the governor's son. That yeah. And I didn't really like the romance. I think the romance wasn't the main plot though, but still, if there's a romance thrown in here, then if you're gonna put a romance in a book, then put a romance in the book. And have a good romance. Like, I did not really care for the governor's son. He did some things that really pissed me off. And if I was her, I wouldn't want to be with them. That's all I gotta say. But yeah, they're trying to solve, like, was his brother murdered or not? And some other stuff takes place, of course, like I said. Because someone's after her because of the magic. People that are that have this magic have been disappearing, and then they find them dead. So, yeah. I need to put these somewhere. I'll put it on top of the book one of the books I'm currently reading. Then I read his Cocky Valet by Cole McCade. It's this one here. I gave it 4 stars, as you can see. I'm just giving away all the books I read. This one, like, his dad is really sick, so he has to take over for his dad, and the valet guy is the one that, like, helps him and stuff. He hires him, and the valet is, like, very, like, what you call it with his job, but he's also, like, starts to fall in love with the guy. And, yeah, it's their romance. And also, like, him, like I said, trying to help him and stuff. Because his dad is really sick. Their names are Ash and Brand. B-R-A-N-D. I'm not sure how you say that name. Yeah. And it's, like, what's it called? It's, age gap. And, of course, there's some other things. Both of them have issues. Especially Brand. Yeah. Has some issues because of certain things. And, yeah, and Brand is the one that, like, no, not Brand. Ash, excuse me. like I said, is very insecure. So Bran, like, is the one that, like, helps him, like, you know, stay grounded and helps him grow a lot. But they also fall in love. And yeah, it was good. It was their romance, but there was some other plots that happened in this book. Yeah, that's all I can really say. I really liked it. I gave it 4 stars, like I said. I thought they had really good chemistry. The sex was hot. Yeah. I don't know what else to say about it. It's just very hot. Then I read, I'm trying to see if which one was next. I'm probably talking about this a little out of order. Another Onley James book, and this is the book that I read twice, so this will be in, this is also after the 15th, so it'll be, yeah. Because when I first got this one, I got the E-Arc. Excuse me, let me get a drink, sip my drink. So I got a E-Arc because I'm on Onley James's E-Arc team, but I'm also a Patreon of hers. So, yeah. But then I wanted to, once it came out, I wanted to reread it and annotate it. So during the I started this during the Dark Romance Readathon. The second time. The first time I read it before, of course. Because this one I read like on the 5th or the 6th of the month for the first time. This one is the 5th book, of course, as you can see. This is the one with the other twin. The 4th book, Head Case, was the first twin, Asa. And this one is with Avi and Felix. I got my cute little shirt on today that says Checkmate Kitten that I got from Onley James's website. And this is from the book. I also have another one that I'll probably be wearing in the next couple of days, so that you'll see. But this one is, like I said, Asa's twin Avi, and Felix, who you meet in, it's not a spoiler, Felix, who you meet in book 3, and Felix is the guy from book 3's brother, and of course, so Felix is married to his brother-in-law. I mean, Felix is with his brother-in-law, but they're the twins and them are all adopted, so they're not really like, the brothers aren't really, besides the twins, of course, the rest of them aren't blood brothers, so it's not like that, so it's not like really taboo, but yeah. And in this one, Thomas separates them two. He wants to see, I guess, how they do without being together and stuff. So he's like, okay, Adi, I need your help with this case. Or something, to take care of something. They get there and he's like, well, actually, Dad, or no, he don't call him Dad, but actually, Thomas sent you here just to get you just use that as an excuse. But I am actually on a case, so you guys might as well help me since you guys are here anyways. And these guys are being set up, and he was hired by the one guy to find out, why they were being set up or something like that. And so there's more than one that were being framed for murder. So he wanted so he wants Avi, how do you say his name, to help, like with some of the other witnesses, and some of the other, not witnesses, some of the other people that were being framed. You know what I'm talking about. I'm so sorry, you guys. And then they're trying to find out, like, they know, like, something is not right. Like, these guys aren't innocent. They might be innocent of something, but they're not innocent, if that makes any sense. They might be innocent of this crime, but they might not be as innocent. So they're trying to find out, like, what's going on. Like, who's setting them up for a murder and why. I know it's so confusing. But him and Felix and Avi, oh my gosh, these two. They, I think, became my favorite book couple. And Felix is so close to being, like, him and Noah are like this as my favorite, like, characters, like, all together. But as a couple, these two are my favorite. My favorite book, I'm still debating between, I think this one and I always forget the second one. And Psycho probably are my favorite books. I think, like, the mystery and stuff of what's going on in Psycho is my favorite. But the chemistry in this one, I liked their sex scenes a lot. I loved how much Avi was into Felix. I love finding out, like, how different he is than his brother, because his brother is very, very intense, and his brother is the one that likes to, like, give out the pain. Like, he likes to inflict the pain, while he's the one that likes to get the pain, if that makes sense. But he doesn't mind, like, giving pain, too, if the person wants pain. But he's more, like, you know, like, wants to be the one to be beaten up and, you know, stabbed, whatever the case may be. Not stabbed, but, you know, like, because in trigger warnings in here, because they do, what is it called? Like, where you cut the skin? Like the knife? There's a scene in here, there's a couple of scenes with knife. Well, there's one with the knife, and then there's one with something else. Because him and his brother do not do good separated. And he also knows that his brother is, you know, filling things for somebody. Because these two are, like, really at the same time. So, because, like I said, he was sent to help Adrian. So, and this one, he stayed at home. And, of course, he met Zane in this one, and they get together in this one. And so he was, like, filling when, like, he met Zane. So he was, like, getting all these fill-ins and stuff. It's not spoilers. I don't think that's spoiler there. But, yeah. It's just, like, very interesting how they are so different. They're called mirror twins. But there's so much more in this book. Like, Zane and Felix, I love their friendship. And I love, you get, like, people are complaining about Adrian, like, oh, we don't get Adrian, we want Adrian. You get Adrian in this one. You get him. Like, oh my gosh. And I was so excited for his book, even though we still got Archers. But I know, I still got a lot of books to talk about, so we need to start really going through these, so quicker. Then I read Brutal Prince by Sophia Lark. 5 stars. I'm still debating, like, sometimes I feel like I should give this 6 because I really freaking loved it. So I'm giving myself a right to later on switch it to a favorite of the year. I'm going to read some of the other books in the series and see how I feel about them first. But this one was so good. This is Callum and, I forget the girl's name. I know I always forget her name. Callum and, let me find it. Ness? No, not Nessa. What is her name? Can't find it. Callum. I already said Callum. What is her name? What is your name, girl? What is your name? I'm so bad. Is it Ava, maybe? I can't remember. Ada? Anyways, Ada and Callum, they have to get married. Their families force them to get married because they sneak. It's not a spoiler. they sneak into a party at the beginning of the book, her and her brothers, and she has to go to the bathroom, so she sneaks into the house to go to the bathroom, but she also can't help herself, so she has to be, be curious and start, like, going through stuff. And he comes into the room, and she hides, and she accidentally starts a fire, and she takes off, but he could tell who it is because of the back. So he retaliates, and so they have to get married. Because the families are hoping that if they get married, then, it will stop a war between the two families. Because they'll be married, so, the families are tied together now. And it's just enemies to lovers. It's so cool, you guys. Like, these two are so hot together. That's why I feel like giving it 6 stars, because, like, I love, like, everything about this book. Like, there was nothing that I found wrong in this book. I know. But it's true. I just really love these two as a couple. I loved how strong she was. Like, she did not back down to this guy. But he didn't back down either, But they started learning, But I just loved how they hated each other at first. And, they really hated each other. Like, they both tried to kill each other at the beginning of the book. What she does was, I was like, what, girl? Like, that was not nice. Yeah, but there's a lot of stuff that goes on in this book. Of course, it is a mob, so it's dark. I don't think it's, like, super dark. I don't know about the rest of the series. I have them, but we just see. But this one, I'm really thinking about giving it 6 stars. I really am. It's so good. But for right now, we'll say 5. And then, I'm trying to remember, trying to see if there's any other that were on the app. Yeah, I think I have 3 more to talk about. Then I read, yes, another Onley James book. But this is Onley James and Neve Wilder. It's book 1 in the Wages of Sin series. It's called Bad Habits. This one, like I said, I can never remember names, is Caspin and Jonah. Caspin is a hacker and Jonah is a contract killer. And when Caspin was young, like around 16, I guess. Or maybe a little bit younger. I can't remember. He might have been a little bit older. Anyways, he was going to do something, and Jonah saved him from doing it because it would have been a mistake. And then he winds up leaving in a couple of years. Once he turned 18, he winds up leaving because he starts having feelings for Jonas. And like I said, he's a hacker. He's like doing a job, and things go like this, hell in a handbasket, really quick. And someone is out to kill him. So him and Jonah hook back up again. They see each other again, they hook back up, and Jonah wants to, like, help him, and try to find out why people are trying to kill him. So, yeah. It was really good. 6 stars. 5 stars, sorry. But, yeah, I really loved it. And then, we'll do the Mafia one last. The last ebook in the Mafia. It was a Mafia one. Bad Habits, I read for the Dark Romance Readathon. Yeah. Excuse me. And then I read, Play Dirty is the second one. The third one will be in the second half, so spoiler alert. It'll be next when I do my end of the month wrap up. Because I did read all 3 of these for the Dark Romance Readathon. So, yeah. And this one is Magan? And Azel, something like that. They are both killers. There's this list of people that they're trying to kill and stuff like that. So, like I said, they're contract killers. So, whoever, like, kills, like, the people, they get so much money. So it depends on, like, how bad the person is that they're trying to kill. You know what I mean? Like, how the crimes and stuff like that. is the more money you get. And at first, like, these two are, like, they are, like, right away having sex and stuff like that, because we find out that they hooked up during, like, their like, trying to kill the certain people. But then they decide to team up together. And this book was so steamy. Woo! Baby, was it steamy. These two, they were both, like, would do whichever. Like, sometimes one would be the top and one would be the bottom and vice versa. And, yeah, it was just very hot. Like, steamy. Like, woo. Like, I was like, yas, baby. I love this book. Like, these two had such awesome chemistry. And, yeah, I still think this one's a 6-star. I think I put 5 stars originally. But I love this just as much as the third one. And spoiler alert, the third one got 6 stars. I think maybe the third one I like just a smidge more, which you'll find out, which I'll talk about, like I said, at the end of the month. But this one I really loved. It's set up for the next set of characters and in the final book. So, yeah, I just thought that they had so much chemistry. I liked the plot. Excuse me. So, yeah, it was really good. And then the last thing I read was Dark Mafia Prince for the Dark Romance Readathon. That gave me everything for the Dark Romance Readathon. It gave me, you know, every single thing. So I got a blackout. That was actually the first one I read for it, but I'm talking about it last because it was my least favorite book next to the monkey one, the monster sex one. That was my least favorite, but Dark Mafia Prince was my second least favorite. It was okay. Like, they knew each other. Oh, it's this one here, in case you were wondering, by Anique Martin or something like that. But anyways, they were friends when they were younger, and her, it's not a spoiler because you find out right away that her father had killed the mom and the dad, and she thought that, and they all thought that he was killed. I don't remember his name. Alcasol, something like that. I don't know how you say it. And Mira is a girl. But yeah, so he wants revenge on the daughter. Yeah. No, he wants, I don't know why I said revenge on the daughter. He wants revenge on the father, so he kidnaps the daughter. Yeah. So, of course they're going to fall in love and stuff. It was okay. Like, it was a mafia book. I thought it was going to be, like, a little bit more bloodier and stuff. I think I'm more excited about the next brother. I don't remember what the brother's name is. Let me tell you in a minute. This video's already long, so I might as well, right, make it longer. The next one is called Wicked Mafia Prince. This one is with Victor. Yes, Victor. I love him in this book. He's the reason why I gave it 3 stars instead of 2, because, like, we get a little bit, spoiler alert, but we get a little bit of his point of view, and what for his story, you know, we'll know what's going on in his story. But yeah, like, oh my gosh. He thinks, but his book sounds like it's just going to be more like my cup of tea, so I am going to continue on. Like, definitely, but I don't know when I'll continue on. Like, it's not, like, in my immediate plans unless I get bored and just can't decide what to read next. Man, I don't know why. All of a sudden, I'm very stuffy in my nose. But anyways, yeah, I don't really know what to say. Like, you know, he wanted revenge. He falls in love with her. She falls in love with him. I don't know what else to say after that. That's it, really. It was dark, I guess, but it wasn't as dark as I thought it would be. I thought, oh my gosh, Brutal Prince was darker than this one. But for some reason, I thought this one was going to be darker. But no, I actually thought that one was a lot darker. And I actually think some of Audley James' books is darker than this one. But that's just me. But anyways, enough of that rambling, because I only read 10 books, and this is almost 40 minutes, you guys. 40 minutes for 10 bucks. But you guys know me, I like to ramble. Then I have a lot of trouble remember what I'm trying to say. You know me. I'm a mess. What can I say? If you guys watch my channel, you guys know I'm a mess. But you guys are here still, so yay. Thank you. But yeah, you guys know the drill. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, think about subscribing. If you do subscribe, please hit the bell icon so you'll know whenever a video is up for your viewing pleasure. Thanks for my couple of new subscribers. I think the last time I checked, I was at 302, so I am finally over 300. So yay. So thanks for my new subscribers. I hope you guys will still stay with me after you guys watch this video. But that is it. I'm going to let you guys go I can get back to reading. I'm reading right now. I'm reading The Rest of Court by Tracy Wolff. And oh my gosh. I got like 70, 80 pages somewhere around there left. Maybe 100. And I'm like, what the hell else is going to happen? I'm scared, you guys. Okay, that's it. But let me know how you did the first half of the month. Like, again, I'm so sorry this was late. Today's the 20th, I think. 20th? Yeah, today's the 20th, so, yeah. And it's just gonna go up tomorrow, so, yeah. But I'm gonna let you guys go. Let me know, like I said, how many you read, what your favorite book was so far this month, and least favorite book, and what you're currently reading. And until next time, I'm out of here. Happy reading. Thanks for being awesome. And just enjoy reading your books. If you don't like the book, DNF, DNF, DNF. DNFing is your friend. Don't let it get you into a reading slump. And until next time, like I said, I'm out of here. Love you all.